From a pharmacist who was loved by the people of Srinagar now to school teachers, a worrying rise in the targeted killings of civilians and especially those of the minority, non-Muslim community in the valley has set off alarm bells. Joining me to talk about this is Farooq Abdullah, of course, leader of the National Conference, former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Farooq Sahab, thank you very much indeed for joining us as we wake up to more distressing news from Jammu and Kashmir. What do you make of this, Farooq Sahab? When do you last recall even hearing or seeing such killings of school teachers and pharmacists?
Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for talking to me. There is no doubt that it is escalating, and I think basically this is worrying for all of us. I think after so many years we've had some peace and tourism has picked up, and this is going to set us back, which is a big tragedy. I think Government of India must look into it very seriously. That is, why is it happening? Why? Is there the policies of theirs that are affecting these things? I do not know, because no one knows how is this happening.
Yeah.
When on one side they say everything is all right, honky-dory, and on the other side the innocent people are dying. Yesterday you saw how Makhanlal ji was shot in his shop,
yes,
who was a great help to people in medicines. Then you saw also the leader, a Muslim man who was chairman of the buses Federation of Bandipur. He was shot. Then an ordinary fellow who was selling golgappas,
yes,
was shot. And today you see two teachers, innocent teachers. One is a wife of a bank manager.
Yes.
Innocent Sardarji, innocent Pandit who teaches our children.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this? Are we going back to 96 or 95, 94, 91? What are we going to? When they say that 370 has been removed, everything is honky-dory. Is it honky-dory?
Yeah.
I want to ask Home Minister,
no,
what is happening?
That's the thing, Farooq Sahab, which is so shocking, because that's what I wanted to ask you, that to your recollection, this kind of targeting of people like school teachers and all that has not happened since the 90s, right? I mean...
Yes, this is the tragedy. Why is it happening now? Why? This is worrying for all of us. I have friends here in minority community who are very scared, and also political leaders of all parties today are scared that soon they'll be targets. So when is it going to end?
Right. When you say that...
I think, Srinivasan, for God's sake,
yes,
let India wake up.
Yes. So, of course, we're all trying to understand, we're trying to seek answers from the government, from the police. The police is saying that this could be the work of some kind of group which is supposed to be a splinter group of the Lashkar-e-Toiba resistance front. And the sort of attempt seems to be, Farooq Sahab, to try and divide, to try and drive a wedge in the valley between the Muslims and the non-Muslims. This is what the police are saying.
You see, it is not only here, Srinivasan, it is in the country that they are dividing people, and that is affecting here also now. It is the entire country which is now facing this challenge. And let me tell you, Srinivasan, it's not in our country alone. It's also around the world now. People in Britain, the Labour Party leader called me and said to me that even in Britain, United Kingdom, now this disease is spreading at a rapid rate. When is it going to stop?
So, you know, I saw that you had gone to meet the family of Bindru Sahab yesterday, and I saw an interview of his son. I had, of course, interviewed his daughter, but I saw an interview of his son. He was saying that one of the reasons this could be happening is because of this fear that there is going to be demographic change in the valley. And that's provoking the extremists to react in this terrible way.
See, this is the thing, Srinivasan, this is what is frightening people. But why is this happening? Why? Why is Delhi silent on it? Why are they not realizing that India is unity in diversity? It is a diversity which we have to protect.
So you're saying that these killings and you know, it's particularly tragic today because today you've seen a school principal and a school teacher, Supinder Kaur, school principal, possibly a Sikh, a lady, Deepak Chand, school teacher, possibly a Hindu.
Yes. Yes.
You know, you're saying that this is something that runs counter to the claims by the government that after 370 was abrogated, there's going to be no terrorism is going to come down, the violence is going to stop.
Well, you imagine, you see yourself. Has it come down or is it going up? That is the point. I think they are telling us something which is completely wrong. It's going up. And people are frightened.
And that's what I want to ask you. You said that the people you know, your friends in the valley who are from the minority community, pundits and others, they are fearful now because of this?
Yes, very much so. Very much.
Okay.
I think time has come when Prime Minister must come here and reassure the people of this state that you'll be safe, we'll protect you. Time has come.
And has the time also come, Farooq Sahab, I want to ask you in the end, because the last time you all met him, there was this big meeting in Delhi, there was talk that now we would see the restoration of a political process, elections and all of that. What happened to all that? And is that
Nothing.
important? Is that
even the innocent leaders of the political parties who were arrested, they said they will release them. Nothing has happened in that direction. Nothing has happened in restoring the statehood of the state. Nothing.
Okay.
Only photo shoots are here. So and so is opening this, so and so is opening that.
Right. Are you planning to raise this at all with either with the Lieutenant Governor or with New Delhi?
Tell me, Srinivasan, we raised with the highest, the Prime Minister himself.
Right.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Do you think we have any hope in anywhere else now?
Okay, well, extremely unfortunate and worrying. Let's hope that
Pray.
Yeah.
I would ask India to pray for all people and particularly for peace in this land.
Indeed.
Please pray.
Indeed, we must pray.
Very important days of Navratra are here.
Yes.
And in these Navratra days, I wish they will pray for the peace in the whole country.
Okay.
Whole country. Even the farmers that have gone through tragedies. Please pray.
Peace is crucial. Thank you very much indeed, Farooq Sahab, for talking to us. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Srinivasan. Thank you.